Yo, what up? It's Akil, Mackenzie, and Abigail Chan. We got 48 hours to complete our production. Wish us luck.
Alright, so other than the various film projects we had in class, we also had the 48-hour film challenge that you participated in. You directed a film for that. How was that for you?
The crew.
The crew, yes.
The crew.
How about this? We make a mockumentary about making this film.
Who would be stupid enough to do that?
That was fun. It was fun. But at the same time, you know, there was a pinch of stressful things that happened.
Well, the time.
Sleep.
Yeah.
That was because I couldn't go back home, right? Since we were filming all day.
That's true.
So what I ended up doing was the editing suite that we have, the sound room.
You slept in it.
Yeah, that was my home for 4 days.
Yes, I did do. I was a part of the 48-hour challenge. I didn't feel as well like I had been contributing enough or joining in on enough of the projects of the year. I really wanted to do something extra, just for myself. If anything, as I said, I really want to improve, and so yeah, I really needed to get in there and start interacting. And I would say that the 48-hour challenge was by far really rewarding because it was my first experience directing by myself, especially with people I didn't know that well.
Oh.
And it was, my first experience, exactly, getting to know anyone in the program. I would say it was that week of March break that I actually made any connections that were really good. I made a couple, acquaintances and whatnot. But I mean, I don't know. I didn't feel like I was really a part of the program in terms of the closeness and all that yet. And I feel like I'm still kind of on the edge, but I can wave at people now, you know. And a couple of them will be like, I know her.
Yeah, but filming with the 48-hour challenge that was pretty fun. You know, I would say it gets a little. Stress levels can rise, you know, once you're doing it for a long time and people get tired. But overall, I would say it was a lot of fun. Everyone pretty much enjoyed themselves, which was nice.
Product was
bonded with each other. Thank
you.
Thank you. And there's a story with that.
Of course.
When we first started, I remember Abigail was the writer, and then since I was directing, she's like, Akil, don't leave me, help me, let's do it together. And I'm like, yo, all about that team shizness. So we after the script was written, I remember, you know how you have to hand it in and then it has to be approved. Yeah. So we did it, and then it wasn't approved. It was like, yo, it needs to be shortened. Yeah, is that not an ongoing thing with me? Just not being approved?
That's scripts, Akil. That's scripts.
Step it up. But yeah, and then it's it needs to be shorter, bro. It's too long. I'm like, okay, but it's gonna have really fast cuts. He's like, dog, trust me. I'm like, yes, already. And so then shortened it more.
Okay.
Nah, bro, come on. I'm like, what? No, I didn't do it. And then shortened it more. And then now he's like, what have you done? Now it's too short. I'm like, no. He's like, but go ahead, do it. And you cut out the parts I wouldn't have cut out, but you do you. And I'm like,
and that has to happen sometimes.
Yeah. So, and then well, other than that, filming was pretty smoothish, kind of, somewhat, mostly good.
So my parents want to meet you soon. Although I'm a little worried they might not like you. I'm sure they'll take to your bright personality like I did, but your habits might seem a little weird to them.
What habits?
Those.
I typically not something that I would have, it's very romancy and all that. I love romance, but I would have, was like, okay, this is my first directing project. Here we go. Exactly. And that was interesting as well, because I've never directed anything that anyone else wrote, that directed something that someone else wrote.
It's an interesting experience.
It is an interesting experience because usually you're writing it and you're like, I have this visual.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
The movie's in your head.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but yes, this is the first time I had to work with that, work with the lighting crew and all of that. You know, and I was really pleased with myself. We got it all together. We only had 48 hours, so I was really focusing on just making sure things were going smoothly and technically, and then we've got all the shots we need. Definitely something that I've learned directing since then, and whatever is that, you know, being able to work more with the actors. We didn't quite have a lot of that luxury. I wanted to have more, but we couldn't like do multiple takes and all of that. One thing that I'm trying to be as well is more assertive with my whatever, and it's great to have people together that are really listening, and they, you know, and it was quiet on set. It's beautiful to actually exactly to get it going, get people focused, and to be able to feel like you can do it, you can guide them. It was a really wonderful first experience in terms of directing.
Yo, Erica, get over here. Check, 1, 2, get hype. Check.
What's up?
Oh, where's the script?
Oh, here. I forgot the script.
Erica, for real though, you had one job.
I'm sorry. I'll go get it.
You got a lot of your classmates to act in it.
Yeah. I remember because we kind of found like a way around the things. It was like you could only have whatever the number was, 2 or 3 actors or something. And we're like, okay, but what if the people that are filming it also film themselves? And then it's like, and then we found the technicalities and we asked about it. You're technically not an actor and you're an extra if you don't speak.
Extras are fine.
Right? Exactly. So it never said anything about extras. So I'm like, yo, everybody shut up. So there were like the few people with lines, and then like everyone else just had gestures. So it seemed like they were like really a part of it, but really they weren't. Right. Like you don't have a line, but like everyone was included, and it was nice. Even though like I would say half the crew didn't actually want to act in it.
They were reluctant,
right? Because we were gonna have actors come play them in as extras, except those actors didn't show up. No, let me rephrase that. No, it's not like we had them and they didn't show up. More like we didn't get any more. Like, we weren't able to.
There were no others.
There were no others. So they ended up doing it themselves, and I think they did a pretty good job.
Oh, they did great.
Amanda.
We were given an assignment to make a 2-minute film about 2 characters, 1 location, because... Oh, actually, that wasn't a rule, was it?
I don't think there was any way around it, because you had to get a release for that location. I don't think it was a rule, though.
No, we basically just made a rule for ourselves, because, you know, we had to deal with that. And how did yours turn out? We ended up seeing it, Refurbished Computer. It was on the... It was in the festival for our class.
Yeah, played on the screen.
So, you got into the program. You have enjoyed yourself, but at the end of the year, we all had to make a 2-minute directing short, and you produced Mollie. How was that filming? For us, watching it, that was an interesting experience in itself, so I wanted to know how making it was, too.
My name is Mollie.
The aftermath was very nice.
Oh, interesting. The awards festival,
yeah, like all that was
nice. Better be,
The actual beginning, like the writing of it. Yeah. Okay, we'll go from the right. Yeah, we'll start from the top here. Yeah. All right. So it started with. We were told we had to have an idea, and I was fully like, "Oh my gosh! Everyone in the class should join me in this. We should all have a 2-minute piece, like all following like one kind of thing in this one world." And then all the 2-minute pieces end up going together at the end. So then we can have like a film to do something. No one was really down. But what I had in my mind was this idea of women taking over the world.
Cool.
Yeah. And all I had in my head was an ending shot with a guy's like body like about to die, and then a girl puts her like barefoot like on his face and like smushes his face down and tells him like bark or something. I don't know.
It wasn't exactly the type of thing, I guess because we had to be quick in the course itself.
Yeah.
I never saw me writing a script like that.
Can we please just talk about
I
this?
think we're both pretty clear how we feel. Get out.
I'm not a romance person, definitely not always into drama. I kind of... Things get corny for me and cross lines really quickly, like in terms to cliche as well. Like, I don't know. I tend to find things, a lot of things that are, I think are obvious that apparently might not always. So, either way, it was off the little list of, stuff you could pick from. Like one was, that was the one I picked was after the argument and two people. Like, I gave it little scenarios and I picked that one, and that's probably why I wrote what I wrote.
Originally, this is kind of similar to the other story, but I wanted to make a much different story about these two tech guys at a theater production and like dealing with stuff. It really just came around to dialogue, and I did a table reading, and it just wasn't coming through. Like, to get the story across, I would have to really, shove my hand up their ass and puppeteer them, basically, because to get the exact moment and the exact meaning. So it just seemed like, for an okay story, it'd be way too much directing, too much manipulation of the actors. So I rewrote. Well, I didn't even rewrite. I just completely trashed the idea and went for something else, which was, I took like a really small fraction of this larger series I was working on called Mouse War, and I took one scene from the middle and kind of treated that as the story. And I should have workshopped it a bit more. I think I rewrote it like 2 days before we filmed.
Wow.
So yeah, there were mistakes. There's this one point where, there's several points in the film where they reference the price of the computer, and it's different each time.
Now these parts tend to go for about $100, but you and the receptionist agreed on $50, so thanks for lowballing us.
As far as being a standalone story, it raises a lot of questions that I don't answer.
That's true.
So I would have liked to really have a look at it as its own thing, because it kind of, it really needs stuff on both ends. So I'd like to take another look at that. But yeah, the original story that it's supposed to be from has changed so much that doesn't even fit into it anymore.
No.
Like, even the character is different. So
Wow.
that's that. So I do like having it as sort of an artifact of this film I never made, which I'm still going to make, but it's completely different now.
Part of the creative process now. It's like
a lot of micro things that I do to experiment, and then they're always there, like haunting me, like a dead project.
It was my second attempt now at directing, and I got these two wonderful actors. Like, it was funny because I kind of pictured the guy being more like low status and, kind of kind of slobby to an extent, and then I pictured the girl as being kind of more girly but like strong, pretty much me to an extent when they're writing. But I got these wonderful actresses, and she was just so, you could see, such a strong actress. She had such a beautiful look, and I knew I had a friend. Either way, she had to have someone really, really strong to play off her, and so I got my friend Matthew, and it ended up being quite an intense scene because, a lot of people were doing fun things, but due to the drama of the scene, I knew it couldn't be flaked out on with the acting. It would just be really dumb.
You can be a bitch. I don't care.
A bitch. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. I was such an asshole.
I remember this is what got me, because I didn't take this in, but I was talking to others about like, oh, so what are you doing for yours? And they were like, remember, she said we need to have 5 setups. And I'm like, what?
It a set number of setups.
Right. I was like, we have to have 5 setups? They're like, yeah. Do you not have 5? Do you not have like enough? And I'm like, oh no, I have enough. It's like, whoa, Akil, what'd you do? I'm like, I have 35. Right? She's like, you can probably only have 5, so you can film that in the 3 hours. And I had 35, and I'm like, did I go wrong? And then,
Probably.
at first I was like, maybe I can't do this. Maybe I can't. Oh my lord. And then I planned it out. perfectly structured it, and I'm like, if I film this for this time, this for this time, this for this time, this for this time, and like usually when I film, I can be pretty quick. Like we're like, yeah, like, and I was like, okay, I can make it work.
Yeah,
I can make it work. But there was still like that inner thing inside of me.
What was the process like of actually filming this? How was the shoot for you?
Because we only had the 3 hours, right?
Only 3 hours, only 2 actors.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty good with schedule, especially this one we didn't use lights.
Oh,
so I just kept rolling, and I brought my own camera with a 4-hour battery, so I kept it on, kept rolling, and we were done in an hour.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool. The only thing we had was like this is probably why it was so quick. The first actor could only be there for 40 minutes.
Wow.
Originally, it was gonna be that they both could only be there for a certain amount of time, and there were different times. So I'd have to really cheat it. But thankfully, the girl was able to be there the whole time.
At the very beginning.
Yeah. So of the reaction shots of the girl, he's not there for that. So she's just acting, which is nice.
That's good.
Yeah. But
That's smart.
yeah. I mean, the schedule didn't faze me too much. I would have liked to get more specific with the lighting because it's very low contrast right now, and everything's lighting and lenses. I didn't get very creative with lenses either.
And yeah, you would think you don't have. I was also told 5 to 6 setups. Forget it, guys. You know what I mean? Like that was, and I was picturing little guys. Well, one in the corner, and then and then from the ground, from the bathroom.
Bird's eye view.
Yeah, there was a bird's eye view written in there.
Wow.
I wanted to look down on them. I didn't get that in. Not exactly, but it was like 6 shots. It was like it took. I think we lost an hour of filming, even, and it just blew through it because they knew it so well. During the rehearsal before we started filming, I was just like, guys, just to get your energy up and to get you into this space, I was like, just
go for it.
overact, like kind of. I was like, don't hold yourself back, don't judge, kind of thing, like. Just go for it and then dial yourself back.
Oh, I see.
So yeah. They didn't really quite. I wanted them to throw at each other a little more, but it still did help get them into that mindset. And as I said, the first film I did was much more technical, just making sure the marks are done and that we're smooth, the crew's happy, actors are comfortable. Nathan and I did the filming and audio. We did have audio problems, but let's not talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it ended up looking actually pretty much exactly like I pictured it when I first wrote the script. So that was what I was really pleased about, was that I was able to think of something, write it, and then convey it and achieve it. That was the part that I was pleased about, the most. Some differences, obviously nothing's going to come across perfectly, but in terms of the lighting, it was the lighting and the look and what I expected to be able to do in the space. It was perfect. I was really happy. It wasn't the best film out of all the films, but it was perfect for me. It was perfect.
If it's any consolation, I'm sorry about what was said.
Film day comes around, and I get to school like 2 hours before we even need to be here. Like, I was so damn extra. And, like, I'm there, and I'm, like, blasting music in my head, trying to get away the nerves. I'm like, you got this. You got this. Because a reason that the film was so important to me, you remember when everyone made the independent projects?
Yeah.
Yeah. Since I'm so far away from the school, I didn't think that I was, like, a trustworthy kind of person that would be able to apply themselves to that. I was kind of felt a little bad afterwards when I saw everyone talking about it or being involved in it or showing Snapchats. I swear to God, every freaking Snapchat I saw, they were on set, and I was like, I really wanted to be a part of that, especially when I heard about the thing after about like which films get shown at like the end of the year screening thing, and I was like, oh. So really, the reason I was looking forward to my 2-minute film so much was because like it was my one chance to get to like show the program what I could do, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because like
show who you were.
I wanted people to be able to at least think I'm kind of worthy to be here. You know what I mean? I wanted to bring something in. I'm like, see, I deserve to be here just like everyone else, kind of thing. So that's how come I cared about it so much. So that's how come I was in the school, like, running back and forth for no damn reason, pumping myself up. And then Tracy gets here, and she's like, oh, hey, guys. I'm like, I'm ready to go. And, like, I grab the camera and stuff. I run off. And we sit in the front lobby. Jordan and I. My makeup artist, I'm like, yo, girl, you early. You my girl. My other makeup artist, yo, girl, you early too. And then I'm like, but where's my actresses though? An actress shows up, and I'm like, awesome. All right, 1 out of 2 actresses, and I need 1 actor. Second actress, she was like, what, 15, 30 minutes late? And I'm like, Jesus. And I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. And at each minute that goes by, I'm like cutting out another shot in my head. Like each minute that goes by, I'm cutting out another shot. Man. And I'm like, oh my God, where's my actor scout? An hour goes by, and my brother still ain't shown up yet. And Jordan's like, Akil, you're gonna have to shorten this like a lot. And I'm like, I only have 2 hours left to film. And I could barely film in like 3 hours. What am I gonna do? And I'm like, just stay cool, bro. Stay cool. So I'm messaging him like randomly. I'm calling his number. I could not stay cool. I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm like, dude, Jordan, where could he be? And he's like, doesn't he live on campus? And I'm like, so I like sprint over to like campus, and I'm like, can you call his room? He didn't pick up. I'm like, oh my God, what's his room number? And she's like, I don't think I'm allowed to get that. What's his room number? And then she tells me the room number, and then like even like runs out and is like banging this door and stuff, and then he wakes up. He's like, oh my God. Long story short, we started an hour and a half late, so I only had an hour and a half left to film. By the time we set up everything and like got into the room and brought all the equipment and got the makeup done,
hour left.
We had an hour to film. And what kind of sucked was there were 3 stages of makeup that I had planned for it to happen, like a stage per hour. Before the abuse, after the abuse,
during,
and then that's right. Before, during, after. I was like, after, during. Yeah, so before, during, and after. So like we would like film for 20 minutes, and then I'd try to like get the makeup, film for 20 minutes, try to get the makeup, try to fit everything in, and I was cutting out like shots like crazy. What's funny was I was told like the best shot, or people's favorite, was actually the very last shot that I took. It was like, Akil, we have to go right now. Like, give me 10 seconds. And then I'm like, film it. Okay, go. So I had like no setup time, no proper lighting, and it just happened to be like the best shot.
The eye.
Yeah. The eye one, and the one where she's sitting there like. Yeah.
The 2 opening.
Right. Yeah, the 2 opening shots are the last ones I filmed. Maybe not the best idea, but I had to wait till after the abuse makeup. Yeah. That was my filming for Mollie. It was fun. I'm glad how it came out, though. It came out, I was like, okay. But, like, during the time, I was so upset with myself. I was like, because I blamed myself. I was like, maybe I should have sent him, like, a few messages from the day before to remind him to be yeah.
You blame yourself for whatever's wrong with the movie.
Yeah. No matter what, it's my fault.
I've been thinking a lot about cats lately. Been seeing them in my dreams. This one dream in particular keeps coming up. I'm outside, then I find a stray cat. No collar, no leash, no owner. So I take it inside.
I guess I started out with a lot of fear. Like, I don't know where to put the camera, I don't know what it sounds like, I don't know what the story is.
Yeah.
So I bought a lot of those horrible books on Amazon, like How to Frame a Shot. There's one called Master Shots. Just like these horrible books that like try to give you instructions on how to frame a shot or how to tell a story. They're really not helpful, simply because the good books that are on cinematography aren't called How to Frame a Shot.
Yeah.
They're called other things. Or like, I guess the book Story by Robert McKee is pretty helpfully titled, but stuff like that. Yeah, so a lot of my early work, I quickly realized that those books were pretty terrible, and I started to just borrow stuff from movies.
That's the real education.
That's the best, yeah. It's weird, because I changed so radically and so dramatically very quickly. So like I don't even know where I'm going because last year I thought I was going to be a certain kind of director and it really changed. So yeah, at the beginning of this year I was very much gung-ho about like drama and getting good conflict in it, which you need conflict. But yeah, I've sort of been veering away from dialogue, and this year I rewatched Taken, and I was like, yeah, a good revenge story, like go beat someone up.
Kill.
Yeah, and then especially with Mad Max, I just realized the power of having a very singular, clear story, like we're gonna go to this place and
we're gonna do this.
Yeah, achieve X objective.
Yeah. No, the future so far is, yes, go to school, take as many opportunities to hold a camera or get behind a camera or write a script, and then, yes, pursue individual careers, hopefully get a good internship and get a lot more on-set experience. That's really important to me now as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'm hoping to get a nice steady job in the beginning while I work on whatever. And with any real luck, I can write something and do something myself. And that would be the best case scenario, is to build myself up and gain some sort of reputation. We'll see. We'll see.
So I guess the story of you as a director can be that you just constantly been running from trouble, managing somehow to just get that.
You know, let's hope that's the past and not foreshadowing.
You don't want that to be the future.
Right.
Okay.
Like, I'm the director that's like, Akil McKenzie almost goes to jail for filming. I'll be that guy.
Oh, no.
Or goal-wise, it'd be nice to become an editor. And then from editing to become a director. I like whatever I make to be able to connect with someone, shock them, and hit them in a harsh way. So, I'll get to something right after that too. I would like for them to be like, oh my gosh, I understand the character kind of thing. And then at the same time, I want them to be able to be like, I didn't expect that coming. And then I want to have something shocking or something that's like, did I just watch that? But in the different genres, it would come in different ways. Like maybe in the love one, it's like, oh my god, he cheated? How could he? Or like, oh my god, he's in love with his sister? How could he? Or like the traumatic ones. Oh my god, he's stabbing her in the eyeball with a banana? How could he?
No, when I was 11 years old, I would build forts for myself. And I fell in love with... That was when I fell in love with film history and everything. And not just watching them. The more. So I became obsessed with any Vincent Price film, any Christopher Lee, Boris Karloff. We're talking all of the
classic
old
horror
Peter
characters.
Cushing. I loved them. And in my little fort with my salt and vinegar crispy minis, it's actually one of the more warm and wonderful experiences I can remember, like being a kid and being in love with film. And yeah, as I said, I always kind of wanted to be an actress, didn't really figure out the director part until a little older, but that was when I really decided that it wasn't just entertainment for me. It wasn't just something, even as an actress, it was something that I really wanted to start immersing myself in. I wanted the knowledge.
Right.
I wanted to know these people. I wanted to know their histories, and it might have started off with something corny and silly, but that definitely, I think, defined my love of cinema to an extent, for sure. Yeah. Sorry, I can't be more specific.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
No, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
This has been... What's your name?
I am Nathan Powell. I'm a filmmaker, not just a student.
Thank you for talking to us, Akil.
Thank you, Waiter. Little freestyle, little spot with the...
Let's talk about, how did you first hear about the BFTV program? What first attracted you to it?
Babes. I'm Nathan Powell, and this is me looking at movies in the library. Yeah, so here's a staple of all film schools is Living in Oblivion. It's got Steve Buscemi in it. They show it to film students to scare them, I think. He gets really sad in this preview. Look how young he is. Obviously, this is before Spy Kids 2. Signing out.
Yeah, sign out, yes. Thank you, BFTV. I love you.